Welcome back. Today we're going to learn how to do a slip knot, chain, single crochet, and slip stitch. So after this you'll know some of the very most basic steps to crocheting. So I am using a G hook, not sure how well you can see that, and I'm just using some worsted weight acrylic yarn. I love this yarn from Hobby Lobby, which I think is a really nice brand. It's nice and soft and consistent across brands. Well, across colors, because some aren't so consistent. So for the slip knot, we don't need our hook. You just take your yarn, you kind of wrap it like that, kind of cross it over, grab it and pull through. Now you can also do it on a table if you're real new. So you have it like that, one side crossed over the other, flip it on itself, that line you just pull. So that is a slip knot. Really simple, really basic, really easy, I promise. So now that you know a slip knot, you put your hook in there and you tighten it. You don't need to have everything super duper tight. If you're trying to make things that are, real tight and dense, that will come with time. You need to know the stitches before you can perfect the stitches. So I found that having my yarn like this is quite comfortable for me, but that was a recent development. For the longest time, I basically held it like this, just like that, which gets to your hands after a while. But having your yarn in your palm and then wrapped around your finger, that gives you a little bit of tension. Hold on to your tail, which is what this is called. I'm not just telling you to hold on. And then your hook, some people hold it like this. Some people hold it like a pencil. I mean, just find what positioning works for you. But this is how I hold it. I have to kind of hold my first stitch in place sometimes, but yarn over, because see, it goes over the hook. And then pull through. And you have just done your first chain. So we're going to do, let's say, 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So now you have 10 chains. And if you hold it like this, they look almost like little V's, right? And each little V is one chain or one stitch. So now we're going to single crochet across these. So to work a stitch, firstly, a lot of times when you turn, you'll be chaining to kind of move up, because if you just try to work right into this stitch, that's not going to work out very well for you, which is why, a lot of things will say, oh, in the second chain from hook, the second stitch from hook, that would be, here's your first from hook, the second from hook. So because we want 10 stitches, we're going to chain 1, because that's about the height of a single crochet. And then in the second chain from hook, we're going to insert our hook into both loops of that V. Yarn over, pull through, so you have 2 loops on your hook, yarn over, and pull through both loops. And now you've done your first single crochet. Look at you. So again, I'm going to try to get a little bit closer. So both loops of those V's, because there's kind of a loop under. That's usually considered the bottom loop. And actually, when you hold it towards you, this is the front loop and that is the back loop. So you want in both loops. Whoop. And see the chain, working in chains is my least favorite part probably because it's a little tricky, but it is necessary. So in both loops, sometimes I have to do one loop at a time, that's fine. One loop, all right, and that second loop, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through both loops. And I'm just going to slowly continue that across. Go through both loops, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through. Both loops, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through. One loop, two loop, yarn over, pull through. And two loops, yarn over, pull through. Two loops, yarn over and pull through, yarn over, pull through. You do get quicker with time, especially I found crocheting into actual stitches is a lot faster and easier than crocheting into chains. So look, we've already finished our first row. Now, when you're going to take a little break, sometimes you kind of loosen that so that we can count our stitches. So as I said, the little V's are each a stitch. So I'm going to try to hold it in a good spot. Now, can you see if we've still got 10 there? Got the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whoop. Helps if I don't move it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. We've got all 10 stitches. When you're first starting out, you might lose or gain a couple stitches on each round. And so when you're first starting out, it is a good idea to kind of count stitches after each row to kind of like see where did I go wrong. So now we're going to chain one and turn. And now we're going to learn slip stitch. So, you saw the single crochet, you go through both loops, yarn over, pull through. Well, you start the slip stitch the same way, except you don't yarn over and pull through. You just take this second loop and pull through. So insert to both loops, yarn over, pull through again. Both loops, yarn over, pull through, and pull through again. I am so sorry. I think my camera is getting a little bit confused, but I promise I'm doing my best to stay in focus. Pull through, pull through. Insert hook, yarn over, pull through, pull through. Insert hook, yarn over, pull through, pull through. Insert hook, yarn over, pull through, pull through. And these are all just some of the most basic stitches that you will learn while crocheting. Now you don't normally like slip stitch across the top like that. I'm just showing you the stitch because there are a lot of different times you will use a slip stitch. But yes, we have our little slip stitch edge there. So look at you. You've already know how to chain, single crochet, and slip stitch now. pretty soon you'll be following along with all my other tutorials. And now, something you can do, so let's say, oh, I need to set my project down, but I don't want everything to fall off because your hook that goes missing in a moment. Something you can do is take a little stitch marker with a lobster clasp or a little charm, pretty much anything will work, and clip it onto the loop. So it's nice and on there, and now even if you tug on it, it doesn't really come undone. You just gotta tug it a little bit so you can get your hook back in there and you're good to go. Because if that isn't there, you step away, somebody tries to move it, whatever, it's gone in a moment. And the nice thing about these little stitch markers is I have them in my coffee shop, which I just launched the other day. So I've got little stitch markers mostly right now. Well, that's all I've got right now. If you've got any ideas of other things you want me to put in there, please let me know. This one is, I believe it's made of mother of pearl, which is one of my favorites. And I really like that it's nice and it's big. It's not really heavy, but you can find it easy. It doesn't get lost in your bag so easy. It's nice. So if you want one of these or one of the other ones I've got, follow me on coffee.com/buckyscrafting. If you'd like to follow me or maybe even enable me by donating, I would really appreciate it. But even just following means a lot. So, like this video if you liked it, dislike it if you didn't like it. If you would like to see more videos, subscribe, comment down below the kinds of videos you want to see. If you want more like this, the kind of the, beginner how-to, or if you would really like more tutorials like I have been doing. If you've got any ideas for things that I can make, I'd love to hear them. If this is your first time crocheting, welcome. This is your first time on my channel. Here's Cupcake. But yeah, I hope you have a wonderful day. Practice these stitches as many times as you need. And God bless.